I've ever gotten beads that don't have a hole quite big enough for the project that you're going to be working on, stay tuned with me. I've got a solution that helps. Crafters have bead reamers, and I do have some future reviews on different methods, but this one in particular I came across by accident. I ordered this precision pin vise from Amazon. I have a hole halfway through, and I thought I was ordering a battery operated one. I don't know why I thought that, because it clearly says manual on Amazon. But what I ended up finding out is this particular one, it is under precision pin vise on Amazon. Uh, I guess the brand is Craft 911, but this particular one especially helps me because I have arthritis, if you can tell by these knuckles. And the I'll insert it somewhere here. The bead reamers that pretty much all the crafters I've seen have, the very difficult for my hands or my fingers to grip, but this one works. Also, the reviews on the electric uh, mini drills, not the greatest for holding the not the greatest for holding the pin in place. It seems like I've got one of those to review in the future. Maybe I'll like it better, but in the meantime, because I specifically searched to see if there were any people using this particular one for this purpose, I decided to make this video. All right, so it does come with several different sizes. I have pre-checked before I went to making you suffer through my video, so I know which size I want for making the beadable pins. These little dragon beads, they were advertised specifically for the purpose of making beadable pins, but the hole just not quite enough. I'll show you. So far, I have not found any of the rods for beadable pins to be any narrower in diameter. If I'm going correctly by memory, you need a 2 millimeter bead opening. And these little dragons, it looks good to start. It looks like it should fit that. But that's as far as we'll go. And believe me, I have jammed, I have pushed, I have twisted, I have shoved. And I was afraid that the acrylic was going to break. In fact, I could hear it cracking as I twisted through there. So, and a couple of the concerns that I have with the electric drills, I mean, I'm not going to need them that often. I hope most of the time I'm buying quality beads that have a decent hole all the way through. But, of course, you get this drill bit twisted on there. Again, what I specifically like about this one, because of my hands, is this part is like a silicone. It gives me a good grip. It's not uncomfortable. The twisting part is just easier for me to hold. Here we go. Let me demonstrate. Let me get all this crap out of the way. Let's see. We have spent the whole day, most of the day, at my parents'. They're in their 80s, and my dad all of a sudden wanted an iPad. So we got him one, and we've been setting him up and showing him how to use it. And it's a struggle. We're going back tomorrow for some more teaching, more tutorials. So that shows, again, this bead pin vise. It's the diameter a little bit bigger than the pin rod that I want this dragon to go on. But I've got to do some twisting. But with this particular one, I can, like I said, and again, this is my fault, get this part on there tight enough. So there, it gets sucked up in there. So let me do some, Mechanics 101, get it actually tightened. Tight, 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 tight. I'm going to try to start from the bottom of this dragon because and so as I twist, you can see little flakes of his acrylic spilling out. So we are drilling on in there, hoping to make it through to the other side. Let's see where we are. Nope, not yet. But like I said, I've had shoulder surgery. I've had arthritis for several years. Just fatigued. It's about 11:30 at night, and so I would not be able to do this if I didn't have this good silicone grip. And then this kind of rests against the palm of my hand, so I can do this. It'll leave a little mess behind, so I always like having my tray to work on that you'll see in probably all of my videos, I guess. Look, we made it. We made it through the other side. But I really want to be sure the middle of these dragon beans, like I said, the whole bag of them holes that didn't work. That hurt too. Ow. The tail of the dragon hurt. All right, let's get it out. That's why I wanted to start on this side, because I knew that tail would get in the way. Twisty twist. Crap all over my tray, but that's okay. So I got some red residue. I'm making these for my granddaughter Lily and a couple for my daughter Dottie, who's expecting. Both of them Harry Potter fans, so figured dragons go with that. Sometimes my eyesight's not so great. I got my glasses on right now, but sometimes far away these look like a kite. All right, so we've got a little bit more hole here. Let's see if it's enough. It's enough. Okay, yes, yay. All right. So I would just keep, yeah, so that one still no. I did this one earlier working on it. Let me see. Let me make sure that it still fits. Okay, it does. All right, that's it. That's I use this tool, Craft 911 Precision Pin Vise. That is the end of my tutorial part. If you're good with that, great. I am going to continue on and make a couple of these dragon beaded pins if you're interested. So if not, dip out right now, and thanks for watching. Subscribe if you would like to. We'll make more content at some point. Okay, let me get the things out of the way. That's a professional way of cleaning the tray. Blow it off. I did pre-select some beads, but I'm not sure the order that I want them in. So this is usually the part that takes me the longest. Let me get all this junk out of our vision. You can buy these with the long rod already on them, but for the most part, I get them with the short rod. I buy a pack of 50 or 100 long rods. I like writing with the shorter beaded pins, but I like having the longer ones because you can get more beads on there. Let's see. And my little Easter basket to hold the pins. I sure hope y'all are still on landscape mode, because I filmed earlier and it was vertical and that wasn't what I wanted, and something said that I could edit it, and I was like, I can just refilm it quicker than I can edit the damn thing. So here we are. I will say, some people ask me, how do you come up with what design? I don't know. I eyeball it. I play around with it. It takes me a long time to figure it out. But I will say, I think the only secret is if you buy good quality beads, you will always have a cute result. It's you know, it's all about what you like, your own taste with what you're going to end up with. Let's see, I'm trying to make the orange one here. So let's do some of that. Some of this. This one's a little tougher because the dragon, you do want to stand out, but you know, I like for it to all be over the top. So I want it to stay in that orange and yellow color family. You have to have something small to fit under his butt. So there's that. It's springtime, so I figure butterfly and dragon, it matches in my opinion. So here we go, get it on there. I'm loosely watching creature features on YouTube. So sad about Gloria. I like these old horror movies, and every now and then I'll remember watching one as a kid late at night. And I like those. They weren't as gory for the most part. Yet who gets which? All right, let's do one more, just because I got the camera set up at the right angle finally, and so let's take advantage of this. These I cannot get them. I can't get these rods off without my little set of needle nose pliers. I also can't get the long rod on without the needle nose pliers. Needle nose, that's what I grew up calling it. I guess that's what it's called. And I do have trouble. You really got to get that straight to begin with. If you start it crooked, that's effed up the whole time. So let's get you straight. So yeah, we're going back in the morning or late morning and doing iPad 101 with my parents, trying to get them where they can buy things on Amazon, check their emails that they haven't checked in a year. My dad's the only one with the email. All right, I want this pink to kind of go. That is not the one that I want it to go with. Well, shit. This is the one that I want it to go with, and I don't think I've done it. Oh, hold on. Why not? Let's just do it. Here I am. So, not sponsored, but Craft 911 Precision Pin Vise. There we go. Get in there. Lots of crap shavings. All right. This one wasn't so bad. This one was like I say, you really, on this one, you can't see so much that the hole isn't going to work. It's once you get the rod halfway through that they kind of forgot about. They needed a hole in there. And the black one, you can't see it all. I've got a few more that I've got to ream apart. Okay, pink. And again, professional cleaning. There we go. All right. Just like to make sure that there's not so much crap in the picture. I want it to be cute, but it doesn't stay cute. I have this big butterfly. It also had the same problem. No hole. I kind of like the butterfly and the dragon. I don't know. Let's see what happens with this. This could be very easy to break. But I got a whole bag of them that don't have a damn hole, so it seems to be working. There's some little particles of acrylic shavings coming up. Let me keep digging, dig. Get on through. Come out to the other side, please. I'm getting tired and I want to watch my movie. All right. I did not sleep last night. I should have just gotten up and done this last night when I was awake. I'm still wide awake. What is up with that? Do we just not need sleep anymore? There we go. Hey, look. All right. Hope it's not poisonous acrylic, because now I'm breathing in the particles, but here we are. Probably gonna need to be a little bit bigger. And I have not used this kind of thing as a bead, so I don't know about how comfortable that is to use as a pin. Maybe, I don't know. Let me quit thinking it, overthinking it. There. Another one, really? Seriously? No, this is not planned. I did not plan to get every bead as one that wouldn't work. Really? This one's pretty tough. Gosh, here, crunching. I don't even know if I can. This one's so small. I don't know if I can hold this in my hand to get it done. I think I might have to wait on the electric one to see if that one will work. All right, here we go. Pink. Tacky. Fluffy. Let me get him out of the picture. Clean our workstation. Yeah, let's go full sparkle. Butterfly. Wait. I do like little spacers. I think that, I don't know, just adds a little extra something instead of just putting beads on there. You know, oh, wait, gosh. A little bit of crud left there. Let's see. And you know, these aren't for you to sit down and write a dissertation. They are for fun. So if that butterfly is in your way, that's okay. And like I said, I don't really have a rhyme or reason to an order of this. Oh, wait a minute. I kind of like it though. Oh, that's really tacky. Beads that I thought would work. Like, I need one more thing in here. Again, I gotta have room for the dragons, but so fourth, pink, little. Every so often, because I'm farting around with it for so long, I gotta tighten that up. Anything, something small. Wait a minute. Well, guess what? The cap doesn't go on either because of his head. But this metal is a little pliable. The dragon beads, I got them from Beadable Bliss. They have a TikTok shop. I still don't understand half of what I'm doing on TikTok, but they have just a normal website, Beadable Bliss, and I have been very happy with all of the orders that I placed from there. Also not sponsored, just happy. And guess what? It doesn't seem, yeah, so got him. Her, and her, whatever. But this did help me. These would have been unusable for me I guess I just could have come up with another craft. That's all.